Hello, welcome back friends. How have you been? How was the start to your 2026? I hope it was slow, gentle, and had a few sparkling moments in between that glimmer the optimism of a new year. Something about this one feels different. The mystery of life that lies ahead is one I think we're all aware of at this point, but this year feels particularly open and ambiguous, which is kind of scary also, because how are you supposed to know how to start fresh with confidence when you have no idea what's about to unfold? I feel like we all went into 2025 with that mentality, and look how that turned out. The year of the snake bit us all. It became one of the most overwhelming and challenging years for many people. But now we're here, a new year again. My inner type A naturally wants to start planning everything, but I'm trying a different approach where my 2026 intentions are just part of an ongoing direction I'm trying to head in, rather than these concrete resolutions that need to be achieved by the end of the year. And that gives me a lot of relief and room to grow at a more reasonable and human pace. So soft planning is actually my remedy to this. It gives me enough structure to plan out the year with all of the hopes and dreams that I have, while not feeling overwhelmed by needing to accomplish everything by the end of the year. Because honestly, whatever happens, happens. Not everything has to fit within 365 days. I truly believe that if you dedicate yourself every day to living fully, living authentically, doing challenging things that stimulate your heart and mind, you will already grow in the ways that you are meant to. You don't need a checklist to tell you that. Especially when it comes to health and fitness goals, it's really easy to fall into that trap. But I noticed that I actually hit my goals better when the intention is more driven by an overarching goal or outcome, not hard numbers or rigid expectations. It's about moving in the right direction, day after day, until you realize you actually have reached the goal without even stressing too much about it. This year, my big focuses are preparing for the Berlin Marathon. Can you believe that? Improving some functional skills, my joint health, and pushing myself more in dance. There isn't really a hard measure for any of these, but there is structure and a plan to help me get there. So if you're trying to get into a new fitness routine or build a habit prioritizing your health this year, I highly suggest stepping away from the numbers and ask yourself, what do I actually want to feel by doing this? How does this align with my life in a sustainable way? Remember, goals are meant to direct us, but not define us.
Schau dir das mal an, Mochi. Es schneit. Oh mein Gott. Es schneit, kleine Maus.
So instead of setting resolutions, I'm leaning more into setting a vision for the new year. A big picture overview of what I hope to embrace more of, experience, engage in, and to some degree, delusionally dream of happening, because why not? Manifest it.
Look at my little sausage. Kleine Weißwurst.
Okay, that's better. We have a blank slate, and I'm just gonna fill out my vision for 2026. Ta-da!
Auf der Weg zu Brunch. Und dann heute habe ich eine Massage vor. Freue ich mich so sehr.
One of my other overarching intentions this year is to really dive into my self-care era. Lord knows I am still healing from heartbreak, generational traumas, and unlearning patterns of self-abandonment that are just stubborn as hell. This year is about me, taking care of of me, listening to me, journaling and expressing things within me to help me be a better person to myself. And this doesn't have to mean really indulgent, luxurious self-care activities every weekend. Although once a year, I will not say no to a deep tissue massage. It's about the small acts of every day, how you show up for yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you recalibrate your nervous system when you're overwhelmed, how you care for your body and mind in good times and bad times, how you spend time with yourself, prioritize your needs, establish your boundaries, gently reparent, and reassure your inner child that it's okay. You are here, you are safe, and you are loved. A good journaling session at the start of any new year just feels right. Whether in words or in a vision board, setting the tone for what you hope the year brings is a simple practice that I find quite meditative in writing. And it's nothing special, it's just written documentation of things I feel, what's coming up for me, what I'm thinking about. And often I look back at these entries and see the through line, what it is I was working through in that moment or in that phase. And some things just don't make sense until much, much, much later. And that's why we need lots of luck.
Frohes neues Jahr, die kleine Anna. We are on a mission to find echte Mochi. In den japanische Kultur muss man Mochi essen für viel Glück. Schauen wir mal, ob wir eine Mochi kriegen.
Also, meine Lieben, whatever you have written down this year, whatever is on your heart and mind for 2026, know that it is already manifesting and unfolding right before your eyes. You may not see it, but you are living it. The only way to see it through is to take on each day with an open mind and an open spirit, and trust in the goodness of life and in yourself. Wherever you are, please stay warm, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!